Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made this crisscross shirt top from my mom's old shirt. This is how it looks before I turned it into what you saw in the beginning. First things first, I'm going to loosen the shirt and then I'm going to work with the front piece. That's where the buttons are. So I'm marking out my measurements. So I took my measurement from, let's say, like half of my armpit across my body to where I wanted my top to end. That's like, should I say, like my desired length. So I took it across and everything was like 19 inches, and then the top was going to be like 9 inches wide, because I wanted the whole length of the top was going to be like 18 inches, and then I made it like half of it, so that by the time I join into the second piece, it's going to complete it 18 inches. So I'm just going to mark it out. So it's 19 inches long and 9 inches wide. Then for my armhole, I came down by like 2 inches and then went in like 1.5 inches and curved it and connected it for the armhole, and then I cut it out. And I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other part of the top. Yes, for the crisscross. For it to have the crisscross, I'm just going to repeat it on the other half of the top. If you watch it, you're going to understand it better. So now for the back piece, I'm going to fold it into 2 equal parts and then mark out my body measurements on it. I'm going to use the normal measurement I'll use for my basic body top, but then I'm going to add 2 inches. So for my waist is about 6 inches plus 2 inches, which is 8, and then my bust is 8 inches. Then I'm going to add 2 extra inches, which is 10. So I'm having 10 for the bust and 8 for the waist. So I'm just going to mark out my armhole, and then the length of the top is going to be 18 inches. Yes, 18 inches. The reason I use 2 inches for it when I'm going to share it is because I'm not that big. If I add like 3 to 4 inches for the sharing allowance, it's going to waste, and I don't want any of that. So, but if you're on the bigger side, you can use like 4 inches or 3 inches or 5 inches. It's going to be okay. But then I decided to use 2 inches because I'm really small. So I'm just going to make sure everything is aligned, and then I'm going to cut. just going to briefly show you how you're going to align it once you're done sharing. You place the armhole together and then cross it over to the other end of the fabric, and then use the other end, and then once you place the other half of the front piece on the armhole, you cross it to the other end. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. But then if you watch the video, you're going to understand better. But it's looking longer here, but when you share it, it's going to fit properly into the bodies. So just stay tuned and watch. So now for the arm, the hand of the top, I'm just going to use about 4 inches. Once I align my fabric, I'm going to use 4 inches. It's going to be like 4 to 5 inches long, and it's going to be like my arm round is about 10 inches, so divided by 2 is 5, plus 2 inches for sharing and sewing allowance, which is 7 inches. So everything, I'm just going to mark it out and cut. Then I'm going to share like just one line at the top and one line at the bottom to give me what I want for my sleeve. Now I'm just going to place like one piece of my bodice on top so that the armhole is going to align with it. Everything is going to be equal. So once I cut this out, I'm just going to go to my machine and share. So this is what you're going to have after you've joined all your pieces together. I forgot to video while I was sharing and joining my pieces together, but this is everything. This is the final look.